So this is how you would use your bridge. Number one, select the month, and then number two, select the date. Now because this is actually a Sunday tab, you can only select Sunday here, and right below, if you just look right beneath here, you have got the different days tab. So the different days tab is actually a duplication of Sunday tab, but you can only choose that day of the week. And the purpose I've done that is when you have got people who only do certain days of the week, for example the weekend, you can just keep them on the Sunday and Saturday tab, and you can just keep them off the Monday to Friday tab unless they do overtime, which you can put them on a temporary basis. That way you don't you won't be cluttering your spreadsheets. So the most common error that people do is actually typing over the formula. Now when you actually press on a cell like this, you can actually see the formula at the top. So even if somebody is not working, they're off, you can still see the formula. And some people would just start to type in the word, for example, holiday or sick, and if you're to do that, you have broken the formula, you see. So what that means is, so you could be changing the date, but this person will always be sick on that particular day. You can see just up here you have the sick. So what you do, you go to a cell where you got the formula and you go to corner, pull downwards. That way it will refresh the formula, and the formula will read the name and the date and deposit whatever that person is doing. And if you want to make a change, you should always go to the main tab. Let's go to the main tab, and you should always change the information on the main tab. But for the manager, you will need to go to the manager tab, which is, you go to link, the link file. So with the link file here, you will see all the different links for your own directorate. So you can actually just go to a link and then just open up the manager file and make the time changes on the manager file. So now if we go back to the main tab, you will see that you got the manager's name and then the rota times. Now this rota time is actually being collected from the SM planner, so this is really read only, and you should make the change in your own SM planner. And in turn the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday tabs will pick up the information. So all of this is really read only as well, because the bridge actually summarize what is on the main. It just take one day of the 2 years in the main. So for this particular planner, I have got a drop down just by C1, and you can select 4 different options. So if you select SM, it will tell you the line manager for a particular person. If you choose department, it will tell you what department, what sub-department they're from. If you use tag, it will tell you whatever has been selected for them in the master. So really the 4 options is really these really. So if you want, you can actually start to change the department's name here. At the moment I just got it as cook and dine B, cook and dine A, cook and dine C. So if you actually just change it to a meaningful name, that would be good. So with the location, I've looked at your paperwork and I've done the drop down, and these are all that I could find from your paperwork. So if this group of people are meant to go on till bank, you just put till bank, and if you need to deposit them on another area, because that's how I understand your paperwork to be. For the location, if you find that I have made some error or you need to add more, you can go to the tab called the break, and here you have the long list, so you just add to the listing, or just change the wording if you like. So you have got the break counter to count how many people are going on the break, just up here. So once you actually select, it doesn't count the manager's break, and it doesn't count the people who's working on the office for that day. It actually counts till bank downwards. So if I just select some of the break times like this, you can actually see. At the top you have got the opening count, the closing count, and how many people are working. All of these counters actually count from the office, it won't count the office, but it will count the till bank downwards. The holiday, lieu and sick is actually taken directly from the main tab, so that will encompass everybody that is not the manager. So I have looked at how many people, the maximum you have on one section, and so if you find that on Sunday you don't have a lot of people working, you can just go ahead and you can just go and delete the section just like this. If you feel like you need to input more lines, I will show you how to do it now. So let's just say I want to input 2 lines, so you select the far left corner just here, and you insert a couple of lines below, and then you copy the formulas. You see, even though this is the name, but here they're all formulas, so I actually need to copy it and paste it in here. And once you have done that, you can just delete the name, and this is actually ready for you to use. So let's just say I want to put Bob back in this position and delete Bob from here. That's fine, because the formula here will read the name, and it will actually follow the name. Yeah, and here you just change, because this is actually not a formula, it's a drop down like this. When you do a lot of copy and pasting, you find that the format slightly change. You see the name cook, it's actually below and not centralized, as well as the time. So what I tend to do is I will select the top corner just here, select the entire sheet, and then I would go over to here, and then I will centralize everything. When you actually do that, everything will look consistent. So if I actually just open up this area, I got some helper cells to calculate the break time. So I'm going to close this now. Now that calculation actually work out how many hours is this person's working, and then it will look up on the chart and deposit how many breaks, how much break this person have. But if you find that the calculation is consistently wrong, you can actually make the adjustment on the break tab. So on the breaks tab, you have got in column A and B. Column A, you have the hours plus break, and column B is the actual break. So if you can just work out how much hours this person have worked, you can actually just insert the time in between this. So for example, if a person is working 8 hours, you have to put it in between 7:75 and 9, just in between like this. So copy this, paste this, and 8, and then you put the appropriate break time in like this. Because what the formula will do, it will look down the list, and if it doesn't see 8, it will see a 9, and then it will just go no further. So do not put the number below, it has to be in order.